Everyone, my name is François Bourdichon. You can guess by the way I speak and by the first name and surname that I'm French. I'm a trained microbiologist from Pasteur Institute and recently as well from Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore in Italy, where I am a scientific collaborator and I'm part of 2 European projects, Titan and Catalyze. I'm also delegate for France at the IDF, the International Dairy Federation. And one of the key aspects of my work when it comes to translating science into application in the life of industry people is working with processing environment and trying to understand and to live with these pathogens of concern that we try to get away from the finished products. The first issue with monitoring the environment is first understanding what you need to monitor and making a clear distinction between hygiene monitoring on one side and pathogen monitoring on another. We have learned a lot by issues in the recent years with incidents that whether we want it or not, we have an environment which is fit for purpose for the survival of different types of microorganisms. Some do have a positive impact on the product during ripening of the cheese, for example, but some are clearly issues that we don't want to have them in the finished product because they are either spoilers or pathogens. And as such, it's very important not to focus only on the raw material and the process, but as well all the environment of the factory, hence the processing environment. The key issue we have with processing the environment is the awareness of everyone to realize that whether we want it or not, we have strains that can resist all the conditions in terms of cleaning, in terms of processing with the different critical control step. HACCP does not make it all, and they survive and they stay for years. And people often misfit hygiene monitoring with pathogen monitoring. This is something which is embedded in the EU regulation, in the update of the 2073/2005 regulations. In 2007, it was mentioned that there was a complete disconnection between monitoring for Enterobacteriaceae and monitoring for Salmonella, and that you should prove that Chronobacter and Salmonella, Chronobacter and Enterobacteriaceae, the monitoring will make sense. We know now, following a recent report from EFSA, something that is known but non-published by many industry players, we have what we call resident strain. Now, I know that some people are not very satisfied with the term resident strain. It's more that the ecology, the cleaning practices in place in a factory is fit for purpose and let a strain survive. It's not resistance per se, it's in a good ecology. If we change the ecology, the strain should go away. And that's something that is very complicated because when you monitor the environment and you find isolates, is it the house pet? Is it the usual suspect or is it a new one? And now we need to use more and more tools. And one of the tools that we have to use in processing environment is the sequencing and the typing of the isolates to really know if it's the usual one and why it has the capacity to stay and maintain in the environment. So hygienic design in enhancing food safety is really at the core of the future of the factory, because once you build a factory, once you have it in place, you will need to maintain it. So you have a lot of programs with total preventive maintenance, but also you need to be able to clean it. And cleaning a factory means, what about the cleanability? Can it be clean? How is it designed? Is it hygienic? Will it stay? And sometimes, unfortunately, when you are building the factory and you deal with operation and maintenance, not everyone has this awareness of the importance of hygienic design, and they end up with brand new factories that will not last for long because they will have issues, they will have poor design, and then you need to rebuild them and change it. So it's something that must be in a food safety by design approach at the core of designing a factory when you build a new one. And things is most of the time you upgrade, you change your factory. And when you change your factory, it's the same. When you are buying a new equipment or you build a new room, think about the maintenance, think about the cleaning, think about the hygiene. Not only its operational purpose, but as well how you're going to maintain and make this hygienic during its lifetime. I hope to meet lots of experts of food safety professionals, but as well people from operation, from maintenance, from every field of the industry in Nantes, early October on the 2nd and the 3rd. And I'd be glad to discuss with you the topic of processing environment monitoring, but also a lot of other topics. Merci à tous. Désolé d'avoir dû faire la vidéo en anglais, il faut bien être international dans ce genre d'événement. J'espère pouvoir vous revoir tous à Nantes début octobre, le 2 et le 3, pour pouvoir discuter du suivi de l'environnement de production, mais aussi tous les autres sujets qui ont trait à la sécurité sanitaire des aliments et à la conception hygiénique des équipements pour permettre aux usines de fonctionner dans un souci de qualité et de sécurité de leurs produits.